So the situation is my boyfriend ended our relationship, and the interpretation is I'm not desirable.
Oh.
Yeah, it's understandable how you get here, right? You've just experienced an enormous loss.
Yeah.
Somebody you loved, and it leads to shame, right?
Totally. The hurt led to the shame.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that the hurt is primary and the shame is secondary.
Could be loss though, right? Just the loss led to the shame.
Yeah.
Like I feel rejected, that I've lost this, or that,
Yes, totally. I see it as like the situation speaks for itself. Like the situation inherently has a rejection element to it, and it's really hard not to feel bad about ourselves. Like there's something wrong with us when we have been rejected.
It's interesting though, because it's not the case that always needs to be the conclusion, right? People break up every single day, and it doesn't have necessarily something to do with the other person, right? Our values could change. We could have grown apart in different ways. We could want different things with our lives. And it doesn't say anything about you as a person, but I think that it can lead some people to kind of crumble into that undeserving place. Like I have no worth, I'm not loved. And I really am just, not valuable in some way.
Absolutely, right. And you might see that, it might strike you right at first. Like the initial rejection is like a stab. Like I'm not desirable, like there's something wrong with me. And then over time, it might just evolve. Like you might actually cope with that on your own. You might evaluate that on your own. Like you might kind of come to realize that it actually doesn't mean that there's something wrong with me, kind of what you were saying.
Yeah. And
then you'll be left with the grief. Like what oftentimes happens is it clouds our ability to actually cope with the grief when we have so much shame.
Yeah.
So you really do want to get to the grief and the sadness related to the loss of the relationship.
Yeah. If you're interested in understanding more about your emotions, follow EFIT Institute.
And send us your situations and interpretations as well.